everybody, we are going to review the detecting diffusion lab real quick. So this lab is all about how particles can move across the cell membrane through diffusion, and diffusion goes from high concentration to low concentration, so make sure you read your background information so you know what I'm talking about. And also in this lab we're using iodine as an indicator for starch. So we know that starch is carbohydrate, which is a macromolecule, and so I thought I'd do a quick little demonstration. So I've got a cracker here, and the cracker has starch in it, but to double check, we're going to use iodine. I'm going to put just one drop here. You see? And make some observations. What happens? So the cracker turns black. So iodine is an indicator for starch. So iodine turns black in the presence of starch. Okay, so that's just kind of a control that we can do. Hi! Sure, go ahead. I'm recording a video for my home students. Go ahead. It's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so in this lab you are making, I've made a little bag for you, and it has starch water solution in it. So this tube is called dialysis tubing, and so it's full of starch water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a beaker of water that has iodine in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the iodine in it now so you can see what's happening. So 1, 2, 3 big squirts of iodine. So when we initially start this experiment, you'll see on your data table you have to fill out some questions. The water in the beaker is yellow or orange, whatever you want to call it, and the water in the bag, the starch water, is kind of white. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and we would make some observations over time. So with the magic of science here, let's say time has passed, and this is what we observe. So the iodine is still in the beaker, right? But what has happened? Where has it diffused? Well, it's gone into the bag. And how do you know that? Because the bag has turned black. So remember, iodine is an indicator for starch. So the iodine diffused into the bag. So why did that happen? Well, water is going to move from greater to lower concentration, so the water is going to diffuse in towards the bag, in towards the solutes. So water is moving towards the solutes. And throughout the day, water continues to diffuse through until an equilibrium is reached, or the bag can no longer hold any more water. Also, why does the starch not get out of the bag? Well, we know starch is a macromolecule. It's really large, so it is too big to diffuse out of the bag. And in your lab, there's that pre-question that's an analogy, like how is a cell membrane kind of like a window screen? And it's kind of like a window screen because, you know, like air can move through a screen, but large things like a housefly cannot move through a window screen. Well, the same thing here. You know, this bag is made up of tiny little pores, so the water and iodine solution can diffuse through the bag, but the large starch molecules cannot. So next week we're going to learn more about diffusion, and I hope that helped you so you can answer the questions on your lab document. We are having a Google Meet today, so if you have more questions, ask then. Bye!